Hey guys, welcome to T3 Wargaming. My name is Scott, and today I am joined by the wonderful Carwyn again. So Carwyn is coming to Goldcon, which is this coming weekend, and he wanted a practice game. And I got the memo a bit late that he wanted something tough, so I brought Ossiarch Bonereapers.
Well, technically they're tough, they're just not filthy.
Yeah, they're definitely not filthy. But I'm going to be testing out the new White Dwarf rules with them today to see if it's done anything to help them. We had a little chat and we reckon there's some good stuff in there.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Keen to see what it's doing. And you're bringing Living City.
I am.
Right. You've left Be'lakor at home.
I have.
How come?
I have. I would have been the only first Prince player turf fighter.
I know, right? Not the only Be'lakor player though. Like, there's like a bajillion Be'lakors. Yeah.
But no, just I've been playing them for a while. They're a real, as everyone knows, they're a real control deck style army, which isn't really a style that I love to play. And the games, whilst they've been ultra competitive, it's just not a great experience for the other side, admittedly. Kind of like playing four Storm Drake Guard, probably. And I don't have Storm Drake Guard, so I can say that.
Shots fired.
Yeah, shots fired. That's it. But yeah, and you know, so and with I don't know. I just was having a bit of a think about it, and I've always wanted to have a crack with the little angry Ginger Man being the go track. So I just thought, we'll give it a crack with the Living Cities list. Given the fact they can take formies and all that kind of stuff, and that got a little bit interesting. So I thought, we'll give it a nudge. Yeah. I've had a couple of games; they're pretty good. They go alright. So yeah, this should be a good one actually. And we're going to be playing Foray, which is the last battle of the Goldcon player pack. Yep. And so it's good practice for when you're in that final against. Dave won't be bringing OBR, but you know, might be a bit tough. I shall learn nothing.
All right, so we'll come back with the armies and the setup.
Sweet.
So, Carmen, talk us through your list, mate. What you got?
Okay, we'll start in the middle here. So I've got Go Trek front and centre.
Yeah.
Yeah, the angry little ginger is going to run forward and create as much havoc as he can.
Yep.
He's obviously pretty slow and easy to avoid, but he still makes people think about what's going on with him, so it creates trouble in their mind.
Yep.
We've then got, I'll just spin him round a little bit because it's a great paint job. So this is an anointed on Phoenix. Mr. Adam Norris has been kind enough to let me utilise his army today.
Yeah.
I'll put him back in a sec. Let's move him out the way though, because then we've got some dark shards down here, or dark sharts as we like to call them, because they often get charged and shart their pants.
Yeah.
And then we've got a unit of, these are actually the old handmaiden of Ilariel models.
Yeah.
Which are really, really cool. They're metal, so I've got to make sure I'm really careful with them.
Yeah.
But they're representing dread spears.
Yep.
And then hiding in here.
You got a little.
Yeah, we've got a branch wraith. Her job is to basically just provide another unbind. She's got life surge as her spell.
Yep.
And the deep mire cloak, so she can't be shot while she's in cover.
Yep.
Or targeted rather. And then by missiles. And she's got life surge as spells, as I said, but her job is to summon a wood and then summon some dryads into there later in the game if possible. Yep. It's just 95 points for a dispel really, because I'm going magic light. Yep. And if I get some extra points on the board, happy days. I forgot to say the anointed is my general. He's got the Iron Oak Artisan, which gives him +1 to his save and I think +1 to his wounds or something like that for his little halberd. And the Arcane Tome to give me again another unbind, and he's got life surge, and then he can hopefully cast Mystic Shield or something like that.
Absolutely.
Then we've got another 10 Dread Spears.
Yeah.
And this might be looking really light on the ground, and that's because it is, because in the hidden paths we've got.
What do we got?
Actually, we've got some over here. Yep. So I've got a unit of 4 Fulminators. Whee!
There's a lot of these going to Goldcon. I can tell you that much.
So I've got a unit of 4, a unit of 2, and Doralia Van Denst.
Yeah.
So her job there, she's a really cool little value piece, 115 points, and her job is basically to come on and snipe enemy wizards or enemy characters.
Yeah.
So that she can come on. So these guys are all in the hidden paths.
So they're all going to be coming down the side, shooting, moving, and then charging, and probably killing some Mortec Guard.
Yep, that's it. And I've got the battle regiments, the battalions I've got as a Warlord.
Yep.
For the extra artifact and the CP, obviously, which I've got to remember because I keep forgetting to use that.
Yep.
I've got Vanguard, of which Gotrek and one of the Dread Spears in, so that gives me an extra free charge for Go Trick to utilise.
Yeah.
And then I've got Hunters of the Heartlands, which is the 2 units of Fulmies and the Dark Shards.
All right, cool. Excellent. And that brings you into how many points?
1985.
1985. Okay, that's cool.
1995, something like that. So.
Cool, that is an awesome looking list. And so we'll come back with the Ossiarch Bonereapers. Okay, in my list, it's not very different to the one I ran last time, just because I'm testing out the new rules and this is what I'm comfortable with. So I've gone with Mortis Praetorians again because I think they've got some play. There's still arguments for Petrifex Elite, but I still rate Catacross quite highly. So we've got Special K himself just there. Next to him is his best friend Arkan. Arkan I still think is an auto take just because he's probably the best monster we have. The fact that he has the spell casting as well, and the fact that he can bring stuff back from the dead is just so useful. I've got a singular catapult, and I've got 2 units of 20 Mortec Guard, all with the swords. Their job is basically just to hold off the Fulminators as much as they can, and then hopefully we're going to see a counter charge with my horses over there. So I brought a big brick of 10, just because I want to try out the new battle tactic, which is to have them charge and then survive in combat with a unit, and just see how that goes. And plus I think they're a good source of mortal wounds if you've got a unit of 10 or 15. Alright, so that is my list. It is 1965. So I'll begin the Triumph, which I've gone for Inspired for the +1 to wound, which I think is quite nice for OBR considering most things wound on 4s in this army. Alright, so I'm just going to measure some distances and then I'll decide who's going first. Scott? Okay, so I completely forgot to do my hero phase or movement phase, so I'll just run it through now. So I got 8 RDP. And then I used the new hero action to get another RDP with Catacross, who then spent it immediately to do his big bubble. I've put the Gnosis Scrollbearer on the Birdo. I've managed to got Drain Vitality on Gotrek, so he's re-rolling those 6s. I tried to make her -1 to cast and epically failed. And I got Mystic Shield over here on these guys, which was nice, and I've got the Empower Netherite Shields over here on these guys. It might help them if the Fulminators decide to turn up over here and shoot them, because then they've got a 5-up ward, which might be helpful. And that was it. I didn't manage to steal a command point from Carwyn. However, he failed to generate an extra one as well, so it's all good. It's all good. So in the movement phase, not a lot happened. These guys reshuffled around, and Arkan came over here because I've gone for Monstrous Takeover. So I'm going to go into the shooting phase, but we'll come back at the end of my turn because all I've got to shoot is the catapult. Okie doke. So I shot at the Dark Shards, and the Dark Shards are now gone. But I am not charging, and there are no combats, so it is just going to be hold 1, hold 2. I don't hold more, but I do get my battle tactic because Arkan is holding that objective for me. So I score 4 points as we go into Mr. Carwyn's first turn. Let's see what you can do, sir. Alright, Carmen, talk us through your hero phase.
Cool. Okay, so I've gone for Savage Spearhead.
You have?
Something in Duralia is going to come on the side and get that for me because it's the only one I can take easily.
Yeah.
At this point in time, I could do Monstrous Takeover, but I didn't want to have him sitting there just doing nothing at this point in time.
Yep.
So yeah, and then the Branch Oath tried to get off Summon Some Woods, failed. But I did get Mystic Shield off on the Phoenix, so he is uber tank at the moment. Even Catacross isn't cutting through him just yet.
Yep.
And that's it for a hero phase so far. Oh, and I didn't get a CP. You chose to go with the RDP, extra RDP again.
Yep, that's on Catacross, and Catacross stole your CP.
He did. And there's a little bit of debate around finest houring Archon.
Yeah, because we're thinking that some Fulminator is going to turn up here, run down here, and then charge into Archon, potentially.
Highly likely.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so we will come back at the end of your shooting phase. Okay, it's so professional on this channel. Right, talk us through your movement and your shooting phase.
They did so much. There was so much action.
Carnage.
3 units just stayed where they are.
Whoa.
Yep.
Unfortunately, there's a unit that moved forward that no one wanted to move forward.
That's it. Yep, so Gotrex moved up front and centre just to get within annoyance range.
Yep.
I'm obviously really conscious of Archon if I don't do anything over here, which I'll talk about in a second.
Yeah.
Moving in the horsies. But yeah, over here, Duralia came on, shot at Archon, did nothing. And then the Filmy shot also did nothing, but then they moved up with a CP.
Yep.
Their real target, of course, is Archon.
So they are currently 7 inches away.
Yep. And I just thought I'd go with the two. I'd play like a little bit conservative. I mean, really, I probably should have used the 4, but I just want to see, can 2 of them take out Archon?
Yes.
And if I fail the charge or something like that, and I can only get into the Mortek Guard, then it'll be interesting to see how much damage the 2 of them can do to Mortek Guard as well. So. And then the Phoenix just moved up to the middle. He's still tagging that objective just in case Archon survives and retreats over this way or does something funky like that. And I'm also going to be cautious of 10 horses as well.
Cool. Well, can you do with me a deadly terrain over here, mate?
Oh, sure.
We might get some wounded Fulmies.
Nope.
No. All right. Never mind. So go for your charge then, mate.
Sweet. Thank you.
So what you rolling?
You want me to roll it? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
People like to see this bit.
6.
That's a fail unless you go into the Mortek.
No, I'm going to go into the Mortek and then pile into Archon. So.
All right. Cool.
Sweet.
No worries. All right. Well, we'll come back at the end of your turn. Fair trade. There's no Archon, but there's also no Fulminators. So so Fulminators went in, hit with what, 6? 5? 5, winded with 5, sorry, and I made no saves. So 15 automatic damage, dead Archon. However, then Mortek Guard came in, they killed 1, and because I'm Mortis Praetorian, they ran to Battle Shower, which is just awesome. So we're going to roll for priority, but you score hold 1, hold 2, you don't hold more,
Got my battle
got your battle tactic, and you killed a monster, so you get 5
I didn't get my
points.
battle tactic.
Oh, you didn't get your battle tactic?
No, I needed Savage Spearhead.
Yeah, so no, you failed your battle tactic.
So I killed a monster.
Huge.
Yeah, it's big.
So you get 3 points.
3 points, yeah.
3 points.
3 phase 4. Yep.
As we go into...
Yeah, that was a stuff up.
Turn
Because I also forgot about moving here too. That's what these practice games are for.
Yeah, this is why we do it.
Yeah.
Right, okay, priority.
Yep. Whoopsies.
I got a 2.
my
You got a
1.
1. I think I've got... So have I got to take it? You're gonna bring fulminators on. I think I want to get you double out of the way now. Yeah, okay. I think so. Like, I've still got Mystic Shield on these guys. Yep. You're going to have to make a 10-inch charge with Gotrek to get in. And your bird's going to come over and be a problem.
Should we have a bit of a chat off camera, mate? There's a couple of things I want to throw on the table to consider as well.
All right. So, yeah, we'll come back at the end of somebody's hero phase. Okay, there's a new forest.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Yeah.
We like the trees. What happened, good sir? What are you going for?
Righto, so after lots of deliberation, you gave me the double anyway.
I did?
Yes, so we'll just see, which is cool because it's
maybe a mistake.
See how that goes. I actually don't. Yeah. I actually think it's going to be potentially troublesome for me. But anyway, after my initial bullish reaction, so all I did was she put out a tree, some trees. The Anointed got a CP and cast Mystic Shield on himself again.
Yep.
And I chose Conquer.
Yep.
That one. So I'm going to give that a crack.
Yep.
Spicy. To grab that. So we're going to see if some Fulminators can take a whole bunch of more dead guard like that.
Yes. Yes, like if 2 can kill Arkham, I imagine 4 will be able to kill 20 more take guard.
260 points or 280 points. It's still pretty cool.
Yeah. Still stings. Yeah. Alright, I went for a Dispel, failed to Dispel, so you have Mystic Shield. Alright, so we're going to come back at the end of your shooting phase.
Okay, turn 2.
Oh no.
Yeah. So Gotrek run to here.
Yeah.
Walk to there, sorry.
Yeah.
He's 9 inches away from Catacross. He walked a little bit over to the right here.
Yeah.
While we just to kind of put a bit more pressure on the riders if they come running around.
Yep.
Phoenix moved over there. He's going to charge into the catapult and tag the Mortier guard as well.
Yeah.
Just to basically create that annoyance wound aura. Duralia ran this way. She's going to need to project some power out towards the other side of the board later. And these Dread Spears just ran more into the forest. Not only to protect them a bit more from the catapult if for something happens, but also so I've got a bit more protection on the middle objective if I continue that way.
You shot with these guys, only 1 hit, and you did 2 more wounds, and you killed 2. My 5-up ward save did nothing. Alright, so...
The dark shot?
Oh, yeah.
They shot themselves.
And ran away. Good. Right, okay, so roll charges for me then, mate.
Cool. Okay, so I'll just do the Fulminators first.
For me... 6.
That's cool.
It's not enough.
What's that? Not ideal?
It's not enough. The Birdo?
Yeah, the Birdo. He goes 8.
8.
So he's going to kind of go that way.
Yeah.
He's not going to tag cat across though.
No.
And then go trick.
7. Or does he burn it?
Yeah, I'll use his Vanguard reroll.
Yeah.
7.
Oh. Still not great, but better than it could have been. Alright, so we'll come back at the end of your turn. Right, so Carwyn, talk us through. There's no Mortec Guard left.
Yeah, so 4 Fulminators can pretty comfortably beat 20 Mortec Guard on the charge.
Yep, absolutely. I think you got like 27 wounds through. I saved 9, which meant that exactly 18 died, but that was before the dragons even attacked.
Yeah,
so,
I'd already shot 2. So.
Yeah, and you'd already shot 2 off. Then the Birdo did 7 wounds to the catapult. Catapult did 2 wounds back, and the Birdo saved them. Yep. And that is all. So you hold 1, hold 2, hold more. You're not burning this one, but you do get your battle tactic. So that puts you another 5 points. All right.
Yep.
Okay, take 2. So, start my hero phase. I got an extra RDP. I spent it. I then went for the hero action with Catacross and got his bubble off straight away. Lots of scroll bearers on these guys. Yep. Terrain piece did nothing. This catapult is within 3, so it will be able to shoot at the fulminators because they're not wholly within 6. And for battle tactic, then. I'm not sure. So I don't know. I'll probably decide in a minute.
We'll have a bit of a think.
We'll have a bit of a think, and we'll. Oh, I know what I'm going to go for. I'm going to do the new one.
Yeah.
The horses are going to charge, and I've got to keep them alive.
Sweet.
So keep them alive and in combat. So that's very interesting. All right, so we're going to do that, and that is about it. Carwyn got an extra CP on Gotrek, and so we're going to come back at the end of my shooting phase. Yeah, so end of my shooting phase. So these guys have moved up 7 inches, try and get in on Gotrek. Horses have also moved up. Don't know where they're going to go just yet. Catacross has also just shuffled on up. The catapult did a cheeky curse steel shot and took off one of the fulminators, which is nice. They are still tagged and in combat, so it's all looking okay at the minute. It depends if I can kill Gotrek here. So I'm going to go for some charges, and we're going to go with the Mortec Guard first. So they are going 7 inches. It's not great.
It will get them in.
But it will get them there.
Mm-hmm.
So I will move them, and then I'm going to roll the charge to see if I'm going to go in with the horses. So they get an 8. I knew I wasn't going to charge with Catacross because I don't want to risk it. Okay, so we're going to go... Okay, we'll come back at the end of my turn. I hate this guy. So at the end of my combat phase, I went in, I did 4 wounds to him. You know, not bad.
Yep.
However, and I managed to put a couple more wounds on the Phoenix, which was nice. The catapult only took a couple back, and the horses only took 1. However, Gotrek went in, and he killed 4. Killed 4. Killed 4 in his first strike. I was like, that's pretty good, that's not bad. And then he piled in again and killed 16. It was like, and it was exactly 16 as well, so he's the most efficient little ginger prick ever. But yeah, so I hold 1, hold 2, and got my battle tactic, which scores me 4 points.
Yep. Cool.
And then we're going to roll for priority.
Sure.
All right, here we go.
5.
Oh, he's got a 5, and I get a 2. So
I will.
you, but,
I'll have a bit of a think about it because I might actually give you the turn.
all right, so we'll come back at the end of someone's hero. So, you failed another battle tactic, Carmen. What's going on? Talk us through your whole turn.
I hope I'm getting rid of all of these before the weekend. It is just, it's like 2 games in a row now where I've just mentally stuffed up battle tactics.
Yeah, it's probably cost you the game, if I'm honest. Let's look at it.
But it could make a difference given the differentiation point stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, anyway, I went with Killer Battle Line.
Yep.
And I was hoping to do it with a monster. which was going to be this guy.
Yep.
So Gotrek moved up, he charged. I got a little bit too eager with the little ninja, so I've got to remember that for next game. And I charged into here to tag these units and Catacross. In hindsight, I should have just charged straight in the middle, so then you probably couldn't get out of his 3-inch extra pile in, which was the extra bonus to make sure I killed those guys.
Yep.
I still thought I'd go pretty well, but Gotrek
these two guys, they leave.
They leave. So at least I've still got Slay the Warlord as an option. Anywho, so shot in here, Duralia shot, did 2 wounds, they shot in and did 4 or 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
Brantre had summoned some Dryads, which were sitting there. These guys moved out here, they stayed where they were. And then, as I said, Gotrek charged in. In the hero phase, I actually did Life Surge with him. I was originally done because he still gets the +1 if I get it off, so he's still ignoring your rend, but it was going to heal him up because he's only on like 5 wounds or something.
Yeah.
But I rolled a 1 for the Life Surge, which is like, yay, that's awesome. Gotrek charged in, killed, I think only killed like 3 horses or something.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
I did 7 wounds, so it wasn't very many, so you still had about 6 left. You then +1 attacked the horses, who then went APO and did a whole bunch of wounds to the Phoenix. But thankfully he still survives on 8 wounds taken. He's still got 4 left.
Yep.
The Fulmies piled in, it did some damage to the horses, but again not enough, and the catapult did nothing. So failed the tactic, but after doing taking the turn. But
no worries, because you're going to burn this one.
Yeah, so I piled in around here to take that because he just allocates his 5 this way.
Yeah. So hold 1, hold 2, hold more.
Yeah.
And burn an objective.
Give me 5 points.
Yes, 4 points.
4 points. Sorry.
4 points.
So 8 goes to 12.
So 12 to 8. So I'm not out of it yet. I mean, I am. I've got 3 units left. I've got 4 models left. So it's not looking gravy, but we'll see what I can do. You never know. I mean, all right. We'll come back at the end of my turn.
And I only did 3 wounds to Catacross.
Yeah, you only did 3 to Catacross, so he's going to heal himself.
That's it.
Cool. So we'll come back at the end of my It lives on 1 wound, which
Warlord, but you still got to bring it down for next turn if you want to
yeah, that's true. I score 1 point because I hold 1 singular objective. But so we're gonna roll for turn 4.
Yep.
Don't roll a 6. Rolls a 2. I rolled a 6.
Yep. So you're gonna take
Well, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna try and bring it down, and we'll come back at the end of my turn. All right, so OBR victory. You know, no.
Unbelievable.
Just one catapult, pulled it out. Obviously not. Living City's victory. That was a stupidly fun game.
Yeah, it was.
There was so much that happened in that game that was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like Gotrek whiffing and then going
Twice.
whole ham.
3 times almost.
Yeah, like into those Morzec guard and it was just like, oh no, I killed 4 of you. No, fuck this, I killed 16 of you.
Yeah, and then the same thing at the end into Catacross there, like just completely whiffed 2 combat turns in a row.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have seen that, but at the end, he did 18 wounds to Catacross the first swing, and then another 20 wounds on the second swing.
Yeah, that's after the first 4 combat rounds doing like 4 attacks, so the double pile.
Yeah.
Or no, 3, because I had to attack the horses the first time. So 3 lots, and I did a grand total of 0 wounds because you healed them up as well, but there was only doing 2 or 3 wounds. Yeah. And then he got stroppy and did what he does.
Yeah, he got super angry. I managed to take the bird down. Like, the -1 to wound from that bird is so detrimental to OBR, because we're wounding on 4s anyway.
Yeah.
Down to 5s, it was chip damage over 4 or 5 turns.
Yeah.
Trying to get that bird.
The thing that I loved was that because his aura reduces his ace damage, so I had to be checking how far away, but because you had to keep moving closer and closer to him, it's like he was taking damage and going, yeah, but you were like, oh, I've got to get closer, it's so chilling.
Although I did, my MVP for this game was that catapult. He held up 4 Fulminators and the Phoenix for like 3 turns.
Mate, he was epic. Go to catapult.
Yeah.
Just a big win.
Absolute champion. That's what you take catapults for.
Yeah, that's
to me, wins.
Yeah. And I've got to remember, how many times was I measuring out stuff for like redeploys and initial unleash hell and stuff, and you're just like, do you want to like forget what you're just thinking about? I'm like, what are you doing about it? They're like, I can't redeploy. Oh!
Yeah. I think it was when you moved Gotrek. You were moving Gotrek and you were like, I've got to make sure Gotrek's outside of 9 of Catacross for the redeploy, and I just like whispered in his ear, just think about what you just said. Like, if you're an OBR player, just think about what you just said.
Well, I think the battle tactic, because you used the battle tactic for the horses, which was really good, because you were struggling for battle tactics at that stage.
Yeah, that's a nice one actually. Yeah. If you are struggling for battle tactics, it's not all that difficult to send 10 horses into something that's not going to kill them.
Yeah.
And just stay alive and in combat.
Yeah.
Like, the problem is, maybe they will kill whatever they're going to, but even if you were to just tag a unit with a horse and attack something else with the other horses.
Yep.
As long as they stay tagged in that unit, you get your battle tactic. So that's nice. The hero action to get the CP, that's the extra RDP, is real nice.
Yep.
It's nice that we just have hero actions that are useful.
Yep, 100%. Like, you used the Dispel one a couple of times as well.
Yeah.
In my turn, which was good.
Yeah, I wanted to try running a Soul Mason to make use of the other hero action, which is if he casts a spell and it's successful, it goes off, it can't be unbound.
Yep.
So that's nice for getting an endless spell out or any particular spell that you really want to get.
Yeah, I've got some ideas for you in terms, because I used to play OBR heaps as well.
Yeah.
And I've got some ideas for some different additions to that list, like Kanan, and even slipping in a little burning head as well, because I don't know that you need the Triumph as badly necessarily, maybe.
So just for the mortal wounds or to hurt?
Yeah, just an extra thing to do and some mortal wounds. I'm not sure what the Kanan's spell does yet, so I'm going to check that out. But the thing I
don't think he's got one.
He's a one cast wizard.
Yeah, is it one cast, but he hasn't got a spell on.
What is he immortal?
I have to check.
That would be interesting, because then he might be able to get a spell. But he could take like flaming weapon or whatever as well. Actually no, he can't. He's a unique character. So. Anyway, that's a conversation for another time. But my big learning points out of this game was that yes, a unit of 4 Fulminators will generally destroy quite comfortably something of tanky nature as a 10 more tick, 20 more tick guard,
Yes.
even with 3 rolling saves.
Yes.
And the other thing is that I've got to be really more conscious. I've got a little bit too airy-fairy with my battle tactics, so
Yeah.
I've really got to knuckle down for the weekend. So I'm hoping I got all that out of my system.
Well, we'll see. I'll be watching. I'll just walk past and go. Remember your battle tactic.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. So
no, awesome game, and I would have been so awesome. Like the Phoenix was left on 1 wound with the catapult to attack, and he got 1 wound through, and I failed my armor save.
Yeah.
So it was like I was coming down to a 4-up DPR check, or otherwise the catapult has the
That
joy
would have been
of stabbing
so
the
good.
Phoenix in the head. That would have been the best.
That would have been joy.
Yeah.
But you won 26 to 13.
Something like that.
Something like that. So even though you dropped a couple of battle tactics, that's still a pretty good score.
Yeah.
Again, me losing Arken early on. I said at the beginning of the battle, I think it's an auto take. Not so sure. I think a Gothissar Harvester is more of an auto take. So
Yeah, certainly makes those. It also turns a unit of 10 more tick guard into something still very, very tanky.
yes,
So.
yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
All right. Well, thank you very much, good sir.
Cool, thanks,
Always
Jamie.
enjoyed to have
Mate, pleasure.
games with you, mate. And
Pleasure.
I'll see you at the weekend. We'll see you back on the channel soon. Well, we might see you on the channel because I'm going to film the final of Goldcon, and it might be Carmen.
The pressure will be immense.
Crashing on. All right, we'll catch you next time.
Thanks.